You gotta do that Dylan.
I mean, we don't really have a repertoire of, you know.
If you don't like it, we won't.
Not yet.
Opening, and then I start.
Are you just gonna? You want to?
I'll just do a little intro, and we'll just
Fresh.
play. We'll just talk. We'll just go.
Play a little so they can.
Sorry. What is that? Yeah. Well, it's only going to be a little casual, very casual little thing, because we never. I mean, because even when we recorded this, we recorded with the indie musicians, and then I just overdubbed the acoustic guitar. So we've never this is the first time we've ever kind of sat there to play.
Feel free to, just play around it if you want to start us up over. Lay a set list down for you if you want on the floor. Lay a set list down for you if you like. We're going to launch the Miss Hotel at any point if you want. How about that song?
I'm just rehearsing. You don't have a capo, do you, Mrs. Guitar Lady? What was that? Huh? What would that be? So.
Thank you, Mrs. Guitar Lady. It's such a coincidence. That's your actual last name, too. I can't believe it.
I have to figure this out, let's see. Try it. Must be the only person who doesn't know his own songs. Well, we'll try a verse of this one. I've been traveling on a boat and a plane and a car and a bike and a bus and a train, traveling there, traveling here, everywhere, in every gear. But oh Lord, you pay the price with the spin of the wheel, with the roll of the dice. Ah yeah, you pay your fare, and if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. I've been traveling on the wing and a prayer, on the skin of my teeth, the breadth of her hair, traveling where the four winds blow, with the sun on my face in the ice and the snow. But ooh, it's a game. Sometimes you're cool, sometimes you're lame. Oh yeah, it's somewhere, and if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. may not know where you came from. You may not know who you are. May not even have wondered how you got so far. But I keep traveling around the bend. There was no beginning, there is no end. It wasn't born, it never dies. There are no edges, there is no sides. But oh, we just don't win. It's so far out, the way out is in. Bow to God and call him sir. But if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Very good. Wow. Perfect.
Take two would be better. I haven't actually, performed anything.
It's been, yeah.
Well, anyway, that's a kind of rough embryonic version of If You Don't Know Where You're Going, Any Road Will Take You There. Bit low.
So beautiful. You want to try it again? You want to try something else?
I'm in shock.
You want to take requests? Knocking everything down. You know, I heard that you were at an auto race in Australia, and afterwards at the party you were playing piano and introduced the song as your new single. You said, "That's my new single, folks." I heard a rumor about this. By the way you're looking at me, I'm guessing
Was that
there's a
something
rumor.
about Mercedes-Benz? No, I don't know. I was drunk at the time.
Oh yeah? 'Cause it's been 10 years, George. It's been 10 years since Cloud 9.
Yeah, it has. You see, if I'd have known, I would have kind of rehearsed a bit, or at least looked at my list.
Want to try one of the Beatles tunes? You want to try something? A Bob song, a Carl Perkins song? I'll take a Rick Astley song, George. I'll take a Spice Girls medley, George.
Yeah, I do want mine if I could think of one. Really? Sunrise doesn't last all morning, and a cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning, but it's not always gonna be this way. All things must pass. All things must pass away. And a sunset doesn't last all evening, and a mind can blow those clouds away. And after all this, my love is up and must be leaving, but it's not always gonna be this way. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All together now. All things must pass. And none of life's strings can last. So I must be on my way. Oh, I'm facing another day, and a darkness only stays at night time. and in the morning it will fade away. The daylight is good at arriving at the right time, and it's not always gonna be this way. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away.
The version of that song on Anthology 3 is just so beautiful. It's incredible.
Oh,
it's stunning.
I see.
The
Yeah, I forgot about
the spare
that.
stripped down. You forgot already.
Yeah.
The spare stripped down version. That song has gotten a lot of. That song saved a lot of lives. That song, I think. That song got me through college. It did. Daylight's good at arriving at the right time. That's better than 10 self-help books right there. Are we on?
No, stand by for speed. Quiet, please. Thank you. Five, four, three.
It's the biggest thrill for me that I've had ever in this job to hear you play, to hear both of you play. It's especially a big thrill to hear you, George, because the only time I've heard you play live before was at the Bob Dylan tribute in '92. We're kind of
Now you know why.
I don't think so. Crowd, huh?
Well,
But we miss you. What's it going to take? I finally have you on TV, and I've always wanted to say to you, what's it going to take to make you tour, George?
I suppose all I'd have to do is feel fit enough to be able to want to go and do it, you know. I mean, and then practice. Because I don't practice, I don't play. I mean, I've hardly touched the instrument, the guitar. You know, I mean, I could just sing these songs a few times and get to know them myself, because I can't really remember them. And because you don't perform all the time, then, you know, you just lose track of it. I don't even feel like a performer. But it wouldn't take long to, you know, get up to speed on it.
Anybody who's heard live in Japan, the finest live album I've heard this decade,
Oh, thank you.
would agree that you got to do it. I will haul cables. I will do catering. I would do anything.
Who'll be the promoter then? Who'll be the promoter then?
VH1 will promote it. VH1 will get behind it. I am committing all of VH1's money and advertising time to it. Tickets First will do it. We'll put tickets on sale to the public, and we'll sell T-shirts, and we'll you know,
Clean up.
We'll clean up. I'll sweep up the popcorn, and I'll sell T-shirts for you.
Okay.
We'll set up a charity for it and make all the proceeds
But
go
then
wherever you want.
You see, but then again, I mean, I could just go and do it anytime, but really be nice to have a new album. Then the record company can clean up too.
Well, let's talk about that, because Cloud 9 is everybody I know that makes their 10 best albums of the '80s list, and it's a wonderful record. And since then, we've been privileged enough to hear the two Wilburys albums, a lot of the old stuff been released on CD.
That'd be more fun for me to do a Wilburys tour, because that way I could do my tunes, we could do Bob's, we could do Tom's, Jeff's, and yet we could do them all in the context of, you know, it'd be more fun.
Well, Tom said that they wanted to do it, but that you were holding out, and then you went and did Japan.
No, not really,
No?
because they're all, you know, Bob and Tom are always touring.
Yeah.
And making records and stuff. I just get diverted. I turn into a gardener, you know, and I forget all about showbiz, that I ever was in it, or that I, you know, occasionally I write a tune, but more often I plant trees. And so I just forget that, you know, I would have done an album maybe last year, if, but then Ravi's album seemed to me much far better idea than doing my own album.
I heard a rumor, Ravi, the two of you would be playing together in Carnegie Hall this fall.
Yeah.
He just made that up.
I just made it up? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I'm playing in Carnegie Hall, but my own concert. I'll be playing with my daughter.
Now, your daughter conducted the orchestra for the Chance of India album, correct?
No, this,
Yeah, she helped to
I'm sorry.
conduct. Yeah,
Excuse me. Yeah, she helped me a lot with assisting me and also conducting me.
And you'll be touring around the country?
We have done already a few concerts. We have been doing since last few years, but I have few more in this fall.
And you'll talk George into touring as well.
Well, if he is prepared to.
it's yeah. I don't know if there's enough time to tour. You know, that's the thing. It's nice the idea of doing a few shows, singing a few songs, but the whole thing, like, you know, if I do one, I'm going to have to go to like Chile and places like that.
Now, wait a
really?
second. Wait a second. No, wait a second. Now, people waited their whole lives, like me, who couldn't make it in '74
It'd be
because I
easier
was
just
too busy
to
nursing, you know, and then I finally get a chance to see you in '91 and you go to Japan. And
I mean, it would be easier from that point of view of doing a unplugged or plugged or whatever you want to call it, TV show.
VH1 Storytellers?
And then send that all around, and then I can go back to my garden. That would be easier.
Have you heard about VH1 Storytellers, George? I think it's right up
No.
your alley. I think that's like an unplugged show, but much cooler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really, much hipper to do. If you do another album, will Jeff Lynne produce?
I don't know. Maybe a couple. I've already done quite a few tracks. I mean, I've got some songs already, you know. I mean, what I like to do is demos. I make posh demos, 24-track demos, and I just stockpile them. So, you know, eventually, you know, they can put out the anthology of George, you know, later. But I don't like finishing them. You know, it's too much trouble to make them neat and tidy. That's where Jeff's a help. You know, somebody like that who can tidy him up. But I don't really like a producer saying what it should go like, because if I've written the tune, I want it to go like how I want it to go like, you know?
Yeah.
I just like somebody to make sure it sounds nice. And
But you produced many artists and you produced your live album, but you'd rather have someone else clean up your own stuff?
well, sometimes if you've written everything and you produce it yourself and you're singing it yourself, it's handy to have somebody else there, you know, because you can get a bit lost. Just another point of view, you know, somebody to keep it going while you want to go out and plant a tree.
Okay, what about Wilburys? What about another studio album with the fellas?
The Wilburys I like a lot, you know, very much so, because it's so much fun. It's not like doing a solo job, because you got all these other people. Nobody takes it too seriously, so it becomes easy. And also, it's easy to write songs. You know, we can like churn out songs just so quick, because, you know, if I write a song and I run out of lyric ideas, I may struggle for days to come up with it. And the Wilburys, you just say, hey, Bob, you know,
Yeah.
and he says something and it's great.
Bob Dylan's in the room while you're songwriting, as coincidence would have it. Yeah.
Tom's pretty hot with the lyric too.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Jeff Lynne producing tracks for Paul McCartney's new album?
Oh, has he done a new album, has he?
Oh, have you heard about that? Yes.
Yeah, we need tracks.
Okay, great. Well, can I thank them and we'll...
Yeah, we'll just do.
Can I just say thank you?
Camera and then we'll be
Okay.
I didn't know he had an album.
Really? Well. Okay, are we all set? Can I say goodbye?
Right,
Okay.
please, here we go. 3, 2.
Wait.
Hang on, let's...
We have to call the
We
UN.
have to, like, bring it to an end.
I guess so. Well, okay, thanks for
No, I
the time.
mean, in a
Yeah, in an
nice way. You
organized
can't just
way,
go,
yeah.
Chop.
We have to call NATO and make sure everything's okay.
2.
Well, this has been more than fun for me. I don't even know what to say. I could never give you, gentlemen, what you've given me through your music, so I can just thank you for being here with us, and on behalf of everyone lucky enough to see this show, thank you for taking your time. The album's called Chance of India, and produced by George Harrison, Ravi Shankar. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Turned into a live show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, just give us a second to take your mics off and we'll be set.